Okay, so I've let this dry for a day. I've made my design, and this is my incense holder. So what I'm going to do is just give this a tidy up, and then I'm going to brush it with some white clay, and that will help with the effect that I want to get. So I will cook it in the kiln with the 2 terracotta and the white clay over the top, and then I will glaze it, and then then it will fit. This is the kind of finish that I'm looking for. It's really sweet, so the terracotta comes out in it, and I love it. So that's the look that I want to get with both of these. So what I'm going to do, this is just some white clay watered down, so literally becomes a bit like a paint. And I want some of that to soak into the clay while it's still drying, because I think that it adds to the effect. And then of course I will show you the result once it's dried and the effect that it can give. What I will do is give them a couple of coats, because it really soaks in quickly. Of course I don't have to be perfect with the strokes, because I want it to look like the veins of a leaf and to give it that textural look. I've made these leaves before, which I am using on some of my macrame projects, but I think it's a very simple little way to put a little ball on the top here, and then I pierce it through, and then I can have an incense holder, which is something I'm always looking for, because there's nothing worse than burning your incense and then falling on your furniture and leaving a burn stain. So this way it's quite easy and flat to place somewhere, a good size even for a windowsill, which I often like to put my incense on a windowsill because I leave the window open, so it's kind of cleansing the air as well as getting some fresh air from outside, because sometimes some of the burning incense can be a little bit overtaking in the room. But it's a ritual that I've loved and done, oh gosh, ever since I can remember. So as you can see, I can just do some on the sides here too. But you can really get creative. It's you know, I've only been doing pottery for a short period of time, and I basically just got to learn as I go along and trying different things. I'm got some projects in the kiln at the moment that I've used some that I'm oxidizing, so to get a different effect. So I'm looking forward to the results of that, which I'll be able to show you soon. So putting that one to the side, and this one is a rose emblem, which I actually made very simply by using a doily pattern and then rolling it onto the clay and then cutting it out. So what I've done is I've put 2 holes here because I want to put a macrame design here and also down here, so that I can make it more unique and more my style. But I think this is going to turn out really beautiful. sometimes it's just the simplest things. I'm creative, but I'm not artistic. Like, I couldn't draw that myself, and literally there's no reason to do that. But lots of old grandma's doilies come in handy for different designs. So for example, I have this doily that I'm going to try this design and make a bread plate with it. So that'll be interesting to see what that result comes from. But this one is really cute. So it's bringing back the need for old grandma's doilies. I mean, which never date. They're just always beautiful. They're crocheted type doilies. Just pretty. But if you don't have any, I mean, I think a good spot to go looking for them is sort of an op shop. Putting the word out to girlfriends and seeing what you come up with. I think maybe in the cheap dollar shops you might be able to get some of those plastic doilies that you get, and that would be even more ultimate if you could get the design you want, because you don't have to wash it afterwards. Like when you're using this on a terracotta, you know, I might have to give this a wash to keep it in good condition afterwards. But I am trying to keep my eye out for some of those plastic doilies that I've seen, really cheap ones, which will have your pattern there that you can use and then just roll out and push the impression onto the clay that you use. So this is a terracotta clay that I'm using on the bottom, and then just a white clay, paper clay. I'm not sure exact the terminology, I'm still learning that, to go over the top. And then I'll let this dry off, and then I will put this in a low firing kiln, and when that comes out I will just clear glaze this. But you can see with a pattern like this that you could get really intricate and paint all the different areas. My personal design with the sort of storyline that I want to make and do with the things that I'm making with macrame and pottery is a very natural sort of organic look, where it's neutral, lasts forever and doesn't really age, but is still very in right now. And I just think that they will sell very well as well, and really soften up a room without taking over a room. And also I want all the pieces that I'm making to complement each other, so that my macrame wall hanging is going to like match my incense burner and my plant hangers, because of all the beads and stuff that I'm making. So I'm not really into using a lot of bright colors, but I am going to be doing this effect on some necklaces that I'm making, because I really love that sort of rustic but shiny, earthy look that this will come out at the end. And I think that that will look really unique with the necklaces that I'm doing for the symbols. So anyway, are you someone that's does pottery, or are you just starting off? Or you know, send me some messages in the comments, and you know, maybe we could share some ideas. And if you like this kind of thing and you'd like to learn more about the projects that I'm doing, please, I'd love you to hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up and perhaps some feedback, because another passion of mine is also being able to share these creations that I'm making and ideas, and build following on YouTube, so that I'm actually practicing my communication skills to get better. So I will be growing and getting better. I also do a lot of camping and outdoor activities with my fur baby jackals. So I've got a kayak, and I love doing camping tutorials and showing you a bit of nature on my kayaking. So anyway, I will keep going with this and show you a bit later how that turns out.